Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video, which I'm really nervous for. If you guys know me, you know I'm chronically online. I literally spend way too many hours a day on my phone doom scrolling the internet. So for today's video, we're gonna hit the bull on the head. Okay, I honestly haven't really had time to read. That's the excuse I keep using at least. But then I check my screen time for the day and it's like, okay, Bryn, you act like you didn't have time to read. Let's be for real, because you sat on TikTok, so you had time to read. You just decided to waste your life away instead. So in today's video, all of that is going to change. I'm gonna be swapping my screen time for reading. I've done this type of video before, but honestly, I feel like this time is gonna be much worse because I already looked at all the screen times for the week. Just you wait. This just, like, I get it's the point, okay? But like, how many times do we need like a dark, brooding, mysterious male main character? Like, how many times does that need to be a thing? I know myself, and I know that my screen time is not usually 2 hours or 3 hours. It's normally worse than that. I honestly want to see if I can finish it tonight, which is crazy because I'm 50% through. Hold on, are you trying to start a literal war? Is this about to be a war crime? Like, what's happening? That might be like her stitch. Is that like her thing? I just loved our characters so much. I think their romance was so sweet. So anyways, the way this video works is I go into my phone, go into settings, look at my screen time for the week. The amount of screen time that I have on my phone is going to correlate for how long I need to read for the day. I'm starting this video on a Monday, so let's go into Monday's screen time and let's see how much we have to read. I am so nervous. Honestly, not that bad. I'm gonna be grateful for this because I'm pretty sure the rest of the week won't look like this. We have to read for 2 hours and 24 minutes today. And also it's not that bad because I get to start a new book today, which I'm really excited for. I just finished my last video, like finished my last books for my last video. So starting with a fresh slate, I get to pick out a new book. Let me go grab it real quick. Guys, I'm officially gonna start Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. I am so excited for this book, okay? I've seen this literally everywhere. I haven't gotten around to reading it yet. As per usual, I'm the biggest procrastinator ever, but I just recently bought this book officially, so I can't wait to start it. I don't even know what this is about. I think it's like a dark fantasy romance, which normally is not my cup of tea. I honestly would rather it be like a lighter, cuter, like more fairy tale-esque vibe, but hopefully today that all changes. I've seen so many people read this book and love this book, so I'm really excited to start it. It says, one last chance to be set free. Together, Envy and Camilla embark on a perilous journey through the underworld, from glittering demon courts to the sultry vampire realm and beyond, while trying to avoid the most dangerous trap of all, falling in love. Okay, so this book has demon courts and vampire realm. Do I look like I'm ready for that? I am not prepared in the slightest, but anyways, I have to be ready because I have 2 hours and 24 minutes that I have to read today. We'll see how far I can get through this book today. Let's go ahead and let's start Throne of the Fallen. This world is so pretty. Hello everyone, I'm happy to report my timer is officially completed. Let me open up what page I left off on. I did officially get to part 2, which is Deal with the Devil. What the heck is that supposed to mean? But I got to part 2, which is 22% through the book. 4 hours, 9 minutes left, and I'm on chapter 14. I did my time. Sorry. It was a Taylor Swift reference and I had to like stop and acknowledge that. I got pretty far through Throne of the Fallen today. There's really not much that I want to say except for, if you guys don't know, because I don't think I actually explained really much about this book in general, 2 different main characters that you're kind of following. You have Envy, which is actually one of the, I think like 12 like what is it called? Like I don't know. It's just like there's 12 of them, like 12 brothers. The one that we're following is Envy. The girl we're following is named Camila. She is an artist and love Camila already. It's very interesting because her being an artist and then like the passion that she has for it and the fact that she won't sacrifice herself for anything, I really, really appreciate like a very strong female main character, and I feel like she is that. And I didn't really like Envy until he started having like conversation with his brothers, and I was like, oh my god, this is like low-key so funny. Yeah, I didn't like him until that part, because even just like on their first meeting, he was asking her to like paint him a specific thing, and she's like, no, I can't do that. I actually won't do that. And there is a reason why she won't do it, but I'm not gonna tell you guys because I don't want to spoil anything. But I was kind of just like, like I don't really like him. Like then you kind of realize like he's doing this because he's like taking part in this game that he has to win, and her painting this specific picture for him is gonna help him in the game. It's very evident that Camila liked him but wouldn't allow herself to. Obviously she's just meeting him, so that's totally fair. There comes a point with me, especially with dark fantasy books, it's like, and also by the way, I am fully aware that it's literally the point, but like how many times do we need like a dark, brooding, mysterious male main character? Like how many times does that need to be a thing? And I feel like it gets to a point where like, especially when you're first introducing the person, I'm like, I don't really care if he's mysterious. I don't really care if he's like dark and he has this little like grin. I don't care. I really don't. That's all I really wanted to say. I didn't really like him in the beginning. Further and further I've been getting along in the book, I've been really, really like liking him and being like, okay, he actually is okay. Like I don't hate him at all. Those are all of my updates on this book. We're gonna read some more tomorrow, but leaving off at chapter 11 for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hello everyone, it's officially the next day and I am this far into the book. Honestly, the beginning of a fantasy book does not fly by for me, so this taking 2 hours to read is a little bit alarming. I actually have to go shopping today for back to school stuff with my sister and my mom. I'm not going back to school, guys. I'm graduated, thank God, but I want to go with them today, so we're gonna see how much I can read while I'm like in the car. I think it's about like an hour drive up into like the town we're going into to do our school shopping, because if you guys didn't know, we literally live in the middle of nowhere. So I can probably read for the hour there and the hour back, but I don't know how much I'll be able to read in between. I don't know. I'm gonna try to fit in my 3 hours. If I can't fit in my 3 hours, it is getting carried on until tomorrow. I'm doing this challenge properly. With all that being said, I'm gonna continue reading Throne of the Fallen now. Let's start our reading for today. Guys, it is 1:17. I got home probably like 3 hours ago. I showered, changed, did all that kind of stuff, like my nighttime routine, and then I had to sit and finish editing something that needs to go up tomorrow. So I'm sorry I did not finish my time for today. I'm like debating on finishing the hour. Technically this would mean that it's held off until tomorrow anyway, because it is 1:17. So technically it's already tomorrow, but should I just like stay up and read for an hour and 32 seconds? Like I can't go to sleep anyway. I read for like 2 hours today. I'm currently like 50% through the book. There is not much else to update you guys on. Honestly, there's just not that much else going on since last time we talked. The only big major update is that our two main characters finally made a deal, and they're both like, they both need something from each other. They're finally working together. Thank God. It only took us until like 30% through the book. Like geez guys, it's pretty much flying by now. I feel like the pacing in the beginning was very, very slow, as all fantasy books are, but now it's picking up. If I didn't have things to do today, I would have finished the book today. I'm gonna continue reading it. I honestly want to see if I can finish it tonight, which is crazy because I'm 50% through. But should I just like finish the book anyway and just stay up super late to do that, because I'm really enjoying the book and I don't want to put it down. Does that sound like a plan to you guys? Because it sounds like a plan to me. I can't go to bed anyway, ever. I literally can't. So like, it doesn't matter. I'm either gonna stay up reading or I'm gonna stay up on my computer editing or watching YouTube. Like, and I'm gonna go lay in my bed, continue reading Throne of the Fallen. And also, sorry, this is the only time I've updated you guys today. I have had such a busy day and I've been in the car pretty much all day. Haven't had time to sit and chat, but and literally it's so funny because my family is one of those families that literally stays up so late. Like, I think the only one in my family that's asleep right now is my brother. They just went to their room. Like, we all have problems with staying up late, so I think I'm gonna stay up and read. We'll see how far we can get through it, but I'm definitely going to finish my time for today. Hello everyone, it is the next day. I have some updates on Throne of the Fallen because I finished the book last night. I feel like ever since I talked to you last night, the book immediately picked up the pace. It's not like the pace was super slow either. I just feel like, as all fantasy books are, they're very slow in the beginning, and then when you're finally invested in the characters and the storyline, it picks up a lot. I feel like in the beginning it was very confusing, especially because there are so many different plots that happen during the whole big plot of this book, I guess is how you would word that. I just feel like normally with fantasy books they're not like this because they only have like one plot in storyline. There's like one specific goal, and in this book, granted there was one specific goal, but there were so many other different plots that came up. I feel like after any of the characters finally made a plan of how they were gonna do this, it like switched up. Like, this is one of those fantasy books that has like people with wings and fae and stuff like that, so I expected that. At the same time, the plot twist, especially with our main girl character, like Camilla, I never expected her plot line, and I never expected, honestly, her storyline in general. I normally like tread very lightly. I do feel like this is a very easily put, smut heavy book, and I didn't like that aspect of it. So I'm gonna give this book a 4 stars. Up until 60% through, I genuinely was like, he only wants her for her body. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, is that literally a crime to say? But like, that's genuinely how I felt. And then he started being super sweet and kind, and I was like, okay. I will say it is a 4 stars because there were so many pages that I skipped over. Like I said before, I don't like reading smut. That's not what I read books for. 4 stars to Throne of the Fallen. I am so excited to read the sequel because I think the sequel is about one of his brothers. Next book that I'm actually going to read for today's video is something light, fun, and fluffy because I cannot do another dark book. Nora Goes Off Script is the next book that I'm going to read for today's video. All that I know is that I love Annabelle Monaghan's writing. I feel like it's the perfect mix of like cutesy fun, not too serious rom-com, but then she'll throw in some quotes that are like, so let's go ahead and see how long we have to read for today because it is already 2:49. Our time for today is 4 hours and 37 minutes. I'm gonna literally be reading until 6 o'clock if I start right now, but I'll probably end up taking pauses. So I will read, honestly, any second that I have free today. Let's go ahead and let's get our 4 hours and 37 minutes completed for today. Let's go ahead and start this timer. So many errands, I never got the time to update you guys, so I'm here now for an update before I continue my reading for the night. Which it's so funny because I feel like in the grand scheme of things, when I'm like, oh, I have 2 more hours left to read tonight, and if I start right this second, it would be 12 o'clock. That seems horrible, but I stayed up until 7:45 a.m. yesterday finishing the last book that we read together. In the grand scheme of things, you might see staying up until 12 to finish like my time for today like as a very not okay thing, but I'm like, guys, I think I'll be fine. I don't really have that much to say about this book currently. I feel like basically our main girl character in this book owns this like plot of land that has a house on it. She has 2 kids, and then she gets divorced and everything, and there's like a film crew ends up at her house, and then one of the people like from that, I'm trying to like speak in code so you guys don't know like what's actually going on. One of the people like from that basically is like, hey, can I pay you a large sum of money to like just stay at this house every single day? And she's kind of just like, okay, sure. Okay, sure, fine. But I genuinely think Annabelle Monaghan's writing is so amazing because the only 2 books that I've read by her are books that have a girl who gets divorced in it. Like, that's what our female lead is going through. I feel like it's very actually interesting because I don't get that with a lot of other romance books, especially if they're a romance book. They don't normally start out with a girl, hey, she has an ex-husband and everything. You know what I mean? It's never really like that. Annabelle Monaghan's writing is witty in itself, so she doesn't really need the characters to be super witty. Literally like 2 pages in, I'm already obsessed with the characters that she makes. Anyways, I'm really enjoying this book. I need to stop yapping about it now because I have 2 more hours that I have to read for tonight. So I feel like honestly, even if I finish my time for tonight, I'll probably end up finishing this book just because it's such a short book and I won't have that much left once I run out of 2 more hours. Those are all the plans for tonight. I'm probably gonna put on Spider-Man and watch Spider-Man while I do. Literally, I have like the same few movies in rotation, okay? I'll try to update you guys before I actually finish my time because I need to start updating like as I'm reading, but we'll see. No promises, okay? Let's go ahead and let's continue reading Nora Goes Off Script. They're so cute. Okay everyone, I have some updates and kind of some like not too great news because I did not finish Nora Goes Off script last night. I really wanted to, but I fell asleep. I did finish my time though, but I didn't finish the book. So I don't even know where I left off at because I literally fell asleep with the book in hand. I think I left off at chapter 16. No, I think it was 18. Yeah, I have this much of the book left and I had a great idea, okay? Because today I'm making cupcakes. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and let me start an audiobook. Maybe this will make my times go by faster if I use audiobooks too. So I'm gonna listen to Nora Goes Off script on audiobook and finish the book through my headphones while I'm baking. I feel like I already explained the premise, but basically Nora is a screenwriter. She writes a screenplay about basically her whole divorce. And then it actually gets into being made into a movie. One of the actors who is playing her ex-husband in the movie is like, hey, can I just stay with you in your house? Like, so literally he's living with her for like, I think it was like a week or something. It's very interesting because I thought the whole book would be about that, but has so much more depth to it. It talks about all of her divorce, how that made her feel, how she feels taking care of her 2 kids, and it kind of explores like motherhood and divorce. I thought that it would be like this guy just lives with her like throughout the whole book, but no. He actually only lives with her for like a week and then he leaves and you're kind of watching her go through the motions of like, he's gone now, he's not with me now. So I thought that was like really interesting too. Him being there like at the house with her I thought would be the whole plot, but it's actually not. There was one quote in the book that I'm probably not going to be able to find again, but it's so ingrained into me because one of the kids goes up to their mom, Nora, and is like, hey, you don't have to pretend to be strong, I'm hurting too. And I just like, oh, it like truly destroyed me. Her kid said this to her, like her own child said this to her. So that, oh my god, it destroyed me a little bit. My oven is preheating and it's almost done. So I need to start this audiobook and make these cupcakes. Today's just gonna be a good day, okay? Let's see how long we have to read for real quick. Today we have to read for 4 hours and 55 minutes, which is insane. I was hoping, there's the oven done. I was honestly hoping that it would be like a lot less time that I had to read today because I don't know, I just like have things happening today and I didn't want to like read all day, but it's whatever. We're basically reading for 5 hours today. I think if I do it on audiobook, it'll make it a lot faster. Anyways, let's finish this book and let's make some cupcakes. Hello everybody. You guys know if I'm here for an update. I officially have completed this book. I'm really torn with my rating because I love Annabelle Monaghan's writing. There was not much that I didn't like about this book, but I don't know if it's right to give it a 5 stars because I'm like, it's not really like a 5-star read in my opinion, but also is it wrong to give it 4 stars because it was really, really, really good. I think I'm gonna give this book a 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. I think it was just a cute little fun romance. It just felt like Leo became this safe person for Nora and Nora doing the same thing for Leo. I just really feel like it sold me on the relationship. You as a reader could always trust the fact that Nora and Leo were 99% gonna have a happy ending together. Oh my god, I feel like after saying all of this stuff, you guys can see how much I enjoyed this book and how much I missed cutesy little fun rom-coms. Like, I have not read a cutesy little fun rom-com in a while and thank God it's brought back, okay?